and watch the step cook.
You own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you know, I'm gonna let you know to tap in with Big Print Champs. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you get your merch, hurt season hat, ski mask, Howie tees, things of that nature, man, to keep the off season fun. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with that. So listen, let's talk about it real quick. Kenneth Gainwell, I've been really thinking about Kenneth Gainwell and what he brings to the football team. You know what I mean? As a running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. I've been looking at a lot of Kenneth Gainwell tape because the things that I see on tape from Kenneth Gainwell kind of got me scratching my head as to why the Philadelphia Eagles went out and, grabbed the DeAndre Swift, grabbed the Rashard Penny. Now, the answer to that is simple, man. We want a lot of talent in the running back room. We're a good running football team. We got a good running offensive line. And it's good to have running backs back there who can, do a multitude of things. But I think Kenneth Gainwell is still the most explosive running back on the roster. I think Kenneth Gainwell runs a little harder than Swift. You know what I mean? Not so much as Penny. I think Kenneth Gainwell is the better all-around back. You know what I mean? A lot of people are going to think I'm crazy, but Penny never had a 1,000-yard season. Swift never had a 1,000-yard season. Gainwell never had a 1,000-yard season. So what are we really basing this off with Swift and Penny? Are we basing this off of potential? You know what I mean? Because the upside is there for all of the running backs in the room for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I'm a firm believer in this, that if you gave Kenneth Gainwell 18 snaps, you could probably have the second best running back in the division. Just 18 snaps a game, that's the type of potential that I see when I'm looking at the film of Kenneth Gainwell. He does the small things that's asked of a running back who's getting a limited role. Phenomenal at, chipping edge rushers, phenomenal at picking up blitzes, a great pass protector, great hands for a running back, always falls forward. I think Kenneth Gainwell is lead back material. Not only do I think he's lead back material, I think Kenneth Gainwell has earned the opportunity to be the lead back of the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it's earned. It wouldn't be nothing that's given. You got to think about the body of work and the things that he did in the postseason. That's why I believe Kenneth Gainwell has earned the role of a starting running back for this franchise. The other guys can fall in behind him as far as I'm concerned. But when you're talking about earned, Kenneth Gainwell earned it. You know what I mean? I think we owe Kenneth Gainwell the opportunity to show what he can do with the bulk of the carries in the running back room. Miles Sanders is out of here because of what Kenneth Gainwell was able to produce in the postseason. You know what I mean? I think we should reward Kenny and let the other two guys fall in. You know what I mean? The best running back will rear his ugly head. But I think it's Kenny's to start off, man. Let's get into some of this Kenneth Gainwell film.
So let's start with what I think is the obvious, man. Kenneth Gainwell is very underrated in terms of just picking up blitzes and pass protection, man. Kenneth Gainwell, he came into the league with this skill set. You know what I mean? Some guys really can't do it. You know what I mean? And I think that these are the things that coaches look for when players earn time at a position like running back. Like when you're not getting the ball, are you still taking care of your responsibilities? You know what I mean? This is a linebacker. This is a starting middle linebacker. This is a rookie Kenneth Gainwell. He's going to perfectly stand this dude up and give Jalen Hurts the time in the pocket that he needs to make a play. You know what I mean? And Kenneth Gainwell, man, what can you say? Some people say undersized, but, things like that is what earns you playing time. And I feel like, the Philadelphia Eagles did a really good job. You see him put Micah Parsons on his back pocket. We had to throw that in there. But I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles, did a good job of, distributing the ball when it mattered most. Critical situations. Kenneth Gainwell chipping off the edge. These are things that can't be taught. You either got to want to be this physical or you got to be born this physical, But I think it's an added dimension to the running back room and the running back game that a lot of people don't, like to tell people, man. So some of these plays are plays from the playoffs, where it mattered the most. Kenneth Gainwell staying on responsibility. Kenneth Gainwell showing you why he's a threat even when he doesn't have the ball. You know what I mean? This right here, the Philadelphia Eagles really leaned on Kenneth Gainwell to get this short yardage. Why not go to Miles right here? Some would wonder. Why are we giving an opportunity this big to a Kenneth Gainwell? Kenneth Gainwell has earned it with just putting his head down and doing the things that he got to do on the field to remain on the football field. Again, a chip block on Dexter Lawrence. You know what I mean? Kenneth Gainwell is literally a walking example of, I'm going to do what I have to do to remain on the football field. Love what I'm seeing out of Kenneth Gainwell, man. Out of the backfield right here, another angle of it. Just that subtle chip on Dexter Lawrence, put that shoulder on him. You know what I mean? Just making your presence felt on the football field. That's the name of the game. This is a physical sport, a violent sport, and it's like, may the most violent win. You know what I mean? In most cases. But, you know, Kenneth Gainwell, always falling forward, a threat in the RPO, a threat, you know, in the passing game as well. He didn't get many opportunities this year, but I think a prime example of what he's able to do in the passing game was on display last season against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kenneth Gainwell, you know, showed why he was drafted where he was drafted at. And I think Kenneth Gainwell could be the lead back for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I mean? I think he can. I mean, he runs with authority, especially in the red zone. He's not afraid to, you know, get hit. He's not afraid to, you know, deliver, you know, punishment. He finishes runs very, very well. What did he have? 13 first downs in the playoffs to Pollard's, I believe, 3 this year. I mean, it's different when guys show up. This is him going out wide. I really love this play right here because it's designed to go to Dallas Goedert the whole time. But Kenneth Gainwell is at the top of your screen blocking for Dallas Goedert, sealing off that cornerback, making sure that this play works. Here's another look at it. Oh, this is a different play, but that shows Kenneth Gainwell splitting out wide again from the backfield, being a threat out of the backfield in multiple areas. You know what I mean? He did a lot of the same things against the San Francisco 49ers, just making himself available. You know what I mean? All of these are critical. These are playoff plays. These move the chains, yo. A lot of these are critical plays, critical possessions. When you got to fight for yards against a team like the San Francisco 49ers, you need a guy that can move the chains, and that's what Kenneth Gainwell does. Is an example right here of always falling forward. Look how small this alley is between this gap that Kenneth Gainwell finds. Look how he squeezes his body through this alley and still falls forward for a positive gain. That's how you keep the chains moved in the postseason. I like what a lot of people do in the regular season, but in the postseason, these are the plays right here, y'all. These are the plays right here that matter. Can you do it in the postseason? Can you keep the chains moving? Can you get behind this solid offensive line and make your mark? When you see a hole, are you decisive? You know what I mean? And this is the day, I believe, that Kenneth Gainwell said that I could be an RB1, and I think the Philadelphia Eagles listened.